Hi beauties, today we are going to discuss what feeling fat means. I found some attendants that they're going to witness and teach us more. But first, if you want, you can subscribe and leave a comment. I would really appreciate it. So let's get started. What I'm going to say that in this case I'm 100% agree with her. No one has to tell you what to wear and how to wear it. Don't misunderstand me, I'm not telling that you have to go in bikini in the middle of the city, but until you are dressed normally you don't have to avoid a cloth because it isn't for you. Go girl, you are right.
There's a trend going around where thin people are calling themselves fat.
Calling themselves fat never were, and will never become, a trend. Why do you always accentuate the fact that thin people does things that are only for overweight persons? Fat as a word will never become a trend and everyone can use it whenever they want, but go on.
Because they feel fat. And I just want to say that just because you feel fat doesn't make you actually fat. Do you know what it's actually like to live as somebody who is fat?
If someone is calling himself chubby, it doesn't mean that magically becomes overweight. But as how he is seeing himself, and I don't want to sound mean, but personally everyone who don't overeat and is trying to have a healthy relationship with food would never want to know how does it feel to be fat. Sorry.
I gained so much weight and I am now considered obese because of my BMI. I have seen people change around me as my body changed because all of a sudden since I was fat, they didn't love or respect me anymore. Apparently I wasn't worthy because I wasn't beautiful to them.
I know that BMI is not precise, but it is a good indicator of your weight state, so you don't have to deny it so bad. About how people treated you because you became chubbier is horrible, but personally I think that now you know better who really love you for who you are and is a pretty thing.
Do you know how that feels? Do you know what it's like to go into clothing stores at malls to never find your size? And then you have to rely on fast fashion while paying double to triple the price just to find clothing in your size? No. So don't say you feel fat when you're not fat, when you don't even know what it's like to be fat.
I love how they are switching from really important thing like being bullied and treated bad only in base of your weight to the struggle of not finding clothes in stores. As I said before, people who make fun of others are garbage, but your struggle with not finding your size in stores and having to apply of fast fashion is your lifestyle consequences, and you can change it.
You know what breaks my fucking heart is fat phobia disguised as health concern. Oh, if we let fat people be body positive, then everyone is going to be fat, and that's bad because it's super unhealthy.
I think you misunderstood something, dear. Wanting to improve your body and to eat better and having a healthy lifestyle is not a fat-phobic disguise advice. It is an awesome thing that every size want to improve theirs confidence, but if they want to do this online they have to be an example. Not a perfect one, but at least they have to try their best while doing it.
Why is my body size a moral obligation that I owe to you? Why is my health a moral obligation that I owe to you?
Honey, your health and your body size have no moral obligation on others. If someone give you advice, it is because you are important to them or because people can't shut their mouths up and want to be mean. But I said it before, if you want to spread positivity information online you have to be an example and don't spread absurd ideas.
And if you actually cared about, public health, you would care about people's mental health. You would care about what fat stigma does to people and how it can actually lead to the very thing that you're so disgusted and worried about, right?
When a person is obese, you can tell only by looking that he has problems. Health issues related to weight and also mental issues because, principally an obese people have one of two. The first one is a ED, and to be more accurate a binge eating, the second one an addition of food and is a really serious addiction, and it cannot be overlooked. So when someone gives you advice, principally a doctor, it cares about your mental and physical health.
Like, I started dieting at a young age. because people shit on me because I was just slightly bigger than most kids. And what do? You go online and you see all this health advice that's just dieting, and so you start to diet and you start to starve yourself, which inevitably leads to weight gain.
Sadly, child obesity, it is principally parenting fault. I know that there are lots of problems like financial one, but principally is because parents don't teach their kids to have a healthy relationship with food, and the main reason is that even they don't know how to eat healthy and tasty. Now you get why you don't have to spread absurd ideas online. Because kids, teenagers, people in general, will going to believe your ideas, and deny real solutions for their issues. I took as example what you said in your video. You found a diet that put you to starve yourself, instead of teaching healthy recipes and doing it with your family, in your case. Now think, what would a kid think while he is on social media and see a lot of fat activists that are affirming wrong ideas like fat-phobic doctors and health at every size? It is the same thing.
Because you starve yourself, then your body makes up for that. And also you're shaming yourself constantly. Your relationship to food is always about morality. It's about you being good versus bad, about shame, about, self-control and not having it.
A diet is not about starving yourself, but you don't have to consider either that not eating 3,000 calories in a day is starving. About your relation with food that you have, all I can suggest is to seek professional help, and you will going to improve yourself and you will also be happier.